When I was 19, my parents divorced after 24 years together. Nobody was surprised they split up. They fought constantly. My dad worked all the time, my mom accused him of emotionally checking out years ago, and family dinners usually ended with someone storming off. The weird part was how fast my mom moved on afterward. Like suspiciously fast. Within 2 months, she introduced us to this guy named Daniel. She acted like he was the nicest man alive, but my older sister instantly hated him. Said he acted fake and tried too hard. I didn't really care at first because I had moved out for college, but every time I came home, something felt off. He knew too much about our family. Little things, like the nickname my dad used for my mom when they were younger, or stories from vacations he supposedly wasn't around for. My mom always brushed it off and said she must have told him before. Then my dad started spiraling. He called me late at night, asking weird questions, like whether Daniel had been inside his old office or if mom still kept photo albums in the attic. One night he straight up asked me, "Do you think your mother was cheating on me?" I didn't answer because, honestly, I thought maybe she had been. A few weeks later, my sister found something insane. She was helping mom move some boxes into the garage when she found an old envelope stuffed behind a cabinet. Inside were printed emails between my mom and Daniel. The emails were dated 11 years earlier. Not romantic. Worse, they were talking about my dad. Specific details about his schedule, his finances, his business trips. At first we thought maybe Daniel had worked with him or something, until my sister found one line that made my stomach drop. Once he signs the policy, everything becomes easier. Policy. Life insurance policy. At that point, my sister was convinced our mom and Daniel had been planning something for years. She wanted to go straight to the police, but I thought she was jumping to conclusions. I mean, our dad was still alive. Maybe it was some financial scam or affair or something. Then my dad died. Heart attack. At least that's what everyone thought. He collapsed alone in his apartment 3 months after the divorce. No autopsy, because he had a history of blood pressure problems, and honestly the stress from the divorce probably didn't help. At the funeral, Daniel cried harder than anyone else. That's when my sister completely lost it. She started screaming at our mom in the parking lot, accusing her of killing dad. My mom denied everything and cut contact with both of us afterward. For almost a year, we barely spoke. Then came a plot twist none of us expected. My sister got arrested. Turns out she had anonymously sent fake evidence to the police trying to reopen dad's case. But during the investigation, detectives discovered she'd been stealing money from him for years. Small amounts at first, then bigger ones after the divorce while handling some of his paperwork. And the craziest part? Dad knew. We found out through letters his lawyer gave us later. My father had discovered the theft almost 2 years before he died. But instead of reporting her, he rewrote his will to quietly cut her out. That's why she became obsessed with blaming our mom and Daniel. She thought if dad's death became a homicide investigation, the will could get frozen in court and nobody would notice the missing money. In the end, there was no murder conspiracy. Daniel actually had known my mom years earlier. They briefly dated before my parents got married, which explained the old emails and why he knew so much about her family. The insurance policy line was about my dad increasing coverage for business reasons, not some murder plan. My sister threw away our entire family trying to hide what she'd done. And the worst part is, even after everything, I still don't fully know whether my mom forgave her. Because none of us really talk anymore.